Have you activated Armor on your account so that we can help you protect all of the phone numbers that you have purchased through PhoneBurner to use as outgoing caller IDs? If so, I want to talk to you right now a little bit about a graph that's available as part of the Armor dashboard. You see, Armor comes with a lot of features and functionality to help you be successful. And one of those things is the ability to get detailed analytics. And so let's jump over to the dashboard section in your account. So in the upper left-hand portion, click on dashboard. And then we're going to click on the Armor option to load the Armor dashboard. Now, of course, don't judge me too harshly because I don't have a ton of activity in my account. This is, after all, just a demo account. But there's enough information in here to help me talk to you a little bit about some of the options that are here. And on this specific training, I want to talk to you about one of the Connect Score graphs that's available here. So we're going to scroll down and you're going to find this Connect Score option. It's a pie chart. And what this pie chart is going to show you is a breakdown of the percentage of calls made to phone numbers that fall in each of these buckets. So for example, you can see on the screen during the time frame that I have, which is year to date, 60.3% of my calls have been made to high value or high quality phone numbers based off their proprietary Connect Score through PhoneBurner. And 20.9% of my calls were made to low quality Connect Score phone numbers. Now, okay, that's nice. I see this little graph. I can see what's going on here. But now what can I do with this? How can I use this information to help me make more informed decisions about my data and my team? Right? So let's talk about that. Let's go ahead and scroll back up to the top. And let's take advantage of some of the filtering options we have here. So again, we've got the date range. Mine is set to year to date, which is probably going to make the most sense for me so that we at least have a decent amount of data in here. But of course, you can adjust that date range to whatever date range makes the most sense to you. You can even do a custom date range, right? So we have some predefined options: yesterday, week to date, month to date, quarter to date, blah, 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 right? And then of course, you can choose a specific date range. I'm not going to worry about grouping it by daily, weekly, or monthly in this particular case because it's a pie chart. And I'll show you, I'll just switch that to daily and we'll go back down there and you'll see it didn't change anything, right? It doesn't mean anything in a pie chart. It'll mean more in some of these bar graphs that we have, but let's go back up to the top here. So again, date grouping doesn't matter. But some of these other options will matter, right? So maybe we want to look at it on a per agent basis. We can choose a specific rep by choosing them from the drop-down menu, or we can choose a group of reps. I'm going to just choose one for right now. When I select that one rep, all of the data on the Armor dashboard is going to update and filter out everything that doesn't fit, right? So it's only looking for, in this particular case, calls made by Jeff Osnes. And so you'll see total calls, drops, and all of that good stuff. So now if we scroll back down, we can see that Jeff made 66.4% of his calls to high quality Connect Score phone numbers. Right, so we can start to break this down by user, and we can start to compare one user to another to see how they are doing, or what, well, I guess really where they're spending most of their time, right? If everybody's making the same amount of calls, but one person is focused and calling higher quality phone numbers, then we probably expect them to have a higher live answer rate, probably a higher close rate. But that's some other stuff that we'll talk about in some other graphs. Let's go back up to the top. Let's switch this back. Let's remove Jeff. So we're back to all users again. We could also switch this to show specific calls to specific carriers. Maybe I only want to see the calls made to T-Mobile numbers. And so when I adjust that, I can scroll down and we can see 100% of my calls to T-Mobile were high quality phone numbers. That's my cell phone, right? So anyway, let's go back up to the top. Let's break this down. And there's some other options that I think you'll find a lot more valuable, right? Maybe there's a specific phone number that you're making calls from that you want to see how that's performing. But more than just an individual phone number, because I know a lot of you may have lots of phone numbers, you might want to break it down by number pool, because I know a lot of people will use number pools to help manage, or to help manage the phone numbers that are used on a per campaign basis, right? So you might be calling existing customers using one group of phone numbers, one number pool, past customers with another number pool, and leads with another number pool, right? So that can help you dive into the details a little bit more on a per campaign basis by just breaking this down by number pool. So let's take my win-backs number pool, for example, and let's select that. That's going to update all of my graphs, but of course, all I really care about in this particular video is my Connect Score pie chart. And you'll see here 55.7% of my team's calls, again, this is everybody right now, were made to high quality phone numbers through this specific number pool. Now let's scroll back up to the top. Let's switch the number pool information out. Let's go back to all numbers, all number pools. The next thing that you may want to consider is leads by source. Now, obviously, there's some other options in here for you to consider, but let's take a look at leads by source. So let's say we are wanting to analyze the quality of numbers we're getting from a specific vendor. So we can come in here and we can choose that vendor, that lead source that we're wanting to review. And now all of the call activity, all of the graphing information on the entire dashboard is going to be limited to contacts or calls to phone numbers that are associated with contacts that have this lead source. So if we scroll back down here, we can see that this specific lead source, all of the calls that we made, 61.3% of those calls were to numbers of a high quality Connect Score phone number, right? So this will help you start to analyze your data. And of course, if you activate the Connect Score feature in your PhoneBurner account, then not only will you be able to access all this information in the Armor dashboard to kind of visualize what's happening, but you can actually start to exclude contacts with low and medium quality phone numbers from your dial sessions, allowing you to focus your time and energy on the people who are most likely to answer the phone. So anyway, that is a quick little overview of the Connect Score pie graph chart that's available in your Armor dashboard. Now, if you are an Armor customer and you're on the Armor dashboard and you're not seeing this graph, this pie chart graph, no worries, just reach out to support. They can upgrade or update the dashboard on your account to include this information. And if you've been an Armor customer this entire year, then you would have data, this Connect Score data for the entire year for every call that you made using an Armor protected phone number, because we've been analyzing every phone call made using an Armor protected phone number, and we've been scoring those. So anyway, you have a lot of historical data starting at the beginning of 2025. So hopefully this helps you and your organization get even more out of your data here at PhoneBurner so that you can connect with more people and close more deals. Thanks again, and happy dialing.